अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम। कैसे हैं आप?
ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
मैं भी बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ। So, can you see my screen just now?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's slightly just for the change. So every time you are talking about the mathematics, so it's just for the change. But I mean to say that today is a very special day for me. So my old colleague, very soon, he will be also with us. He is a thorough professional and he has a lot of experience about this and these type of the test. So I have I have invited him just to join us to talk about these myths. So that was my planning that one day we'll talk about all the things about the SAT that before taking this test you must have a clear picture. So yesterday night when I was talking to him, so he was willing to share his experiences, and definitely he's the expert about all these type of the exam. So he was the ex-commandant of cadet college over here. Nowadays he's also principal somewhere in Pakistan. So anyhow, it's these are 13 myths about the SAT exam. Okay. So we will try to demystify the SAT. I mean to say a lot of things, and definitely you are one of the candidates, so you must have something about that. That you have a lot of people are talking about this test and they are sharing their experiences, and I am sure that you are also a bit keen to know each and everything about the this test. So that's why I have selected this topic and just collecting the myths about this exam, and we will have to get the clear-cut idea. So in my opinion, so it may be what we can say that, these are not the final verdicts. Okay. What we are going to show you or what we are talking about that. So we cannot say that this is a 2+2 theory and everything is just like that, what we are thinking about. But that is definitely relaxing some tension, some burden, because it's when you are taking any type of the test, so are you a bit nervous. You are just looking the things from here and there. So that's why it's just we just want to demystifying these myths about this test. So therefore, take it easy. It's what we can say. As I was saying that this is not the final verdict, but anyhow. So Muhammad Ashfaq is also with us. So we are just to say welcome to him. So now let me one thing set. Assalamu alaikum. Ashfaq. Hello, am I audible to you? Wa alaikum assalam. So we are just welcoming you. Thank you very much for joining us. So first of all, Muhammad Raja is my, what we can say, Raja, if you can on
I
your
can turn my
camera. If you can, just we.
Hi Raja, how are you?
If you
Good.
can,
How are you?
Okay,
can you see me?
fine.
Okay. Now
Okay,
it's
hi Mr. Raja.
so we can see each other now. So Mr. Raja is my student. Mr. Ashfaq is my colleague. We spent 25 years out to this service together in various capacity. He is basically the educationist. His last appointment was as a commandant in Cadet College. So when I talked to him that you must share your experience about the HRI, the selection and the training and all type of the exams, and he is very rich in his experience. So we are very thankful that today he is joining. And that's
Right.
just for the change that we must go through all these things. So that's why today he's with us and he will share his experience. So we will talk about all these myths and definitely
Right.
Mohammed Raja feel at home. You can ask anything. So he's a
Okay.
very experienced person, the seasoned educationist, and whenever we were there, so we have enjoyed throughout the service when we were away for a little while. So at that time we were also enjoying, and all the time we are in touch. So
Right.
that's why I have this session. So we are not talking about the pure mathematics, although he is a mathematician also. He was with
Right.
me in the mathematics department of PTTS and JCO Academy, and there are so many other institutions. So he's a very, what we can say, the ideal instructor of mathematics also. He has done his master in English. So he is also the historian. So he's a versatile
Right.
personality, good
Yeah.
player of hockey and this and that. So that is the, what we can say, the golden memory of our youth. So we were together in 1992. We joined together in 1992, Air Force as an educationist. Then we were there in the Air Force in different capacities. So, Mr. Spa, once again, welcome to you. And we are very thankful. All you are sitting in your office and you have a busy schedule, but we will take a little time. So it's just for a change. So you
Sir, thank
can,
you very much.
okay.
Sir Masood,
So,
thank you very much. You gave a
sir,
brief
welcome.
introduction
You are
regarding
welcome,
me.
sir.
For
Welcome.
that purpose, I am extremely thankful to you.
Welcome.
Actually, I didn't know that I had such much qualities you were just describing.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Okay, Raja. Hi,
coming back to,
okay, Mr. Raja. Okay,
Yeah.
nice to see you. Presently, I
You
am
too.
working as a principal in a degree college at Islamabad. Nice to see you. Mr. Masood asked me to join this meeting. I'm very happy that we are all together. We are here and joining this meeting. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Go ahead,
okay,
Masood sir, please.
okay. So we are just continuing this slideshow also. So as we are trying to demystifying this stat, whatsoever the myths, there are so many. Now look at this. The first one is that we will remain together and we'll talk about that. So let's see. The first is. So this is what we can say. We are not just going to read each and everything. So in this uncertain climate due to COVID-19, so a lot of things are going here and there. But every student who is the candidate for this, so he is thinking about the date that when he will appear. But anyhow, it's a blessing in disguise that we have a lot of time to prepare this task and always Shwaksa, these standardized
Sir,
tests, so there are a lot of the controversies about that. Would you like to talk about this standardized test and what are these controversial facts and figures and what is your experience? If you share, it's a very kind of show. Standardized
okay,
test.
thank you very much, Masood sir.
Yes.
Actually, standardized tests are those tests that are used to measure the intelligence and the aptitude of certain individuals. Actually, they are designed for special purposes, and nearly there are Masood Sam and Mr. Raja. There are 5 qualities of a test in the standardized test, and every test that is standardized must meet these 5 qualities. And one is that is the most important quality of a test is the validity. Validity of a test is that a test is valid. It is wherever we are either we are in Pakistan or America, it should be valid in each and every environment and the atmosphere. And the second one quality is the reliability, that each and every test should be reliable, whether it is administered in Pakistan or in Australia or in America. Wherever it is tested, wherever it is administered, it should give the same result. That is the reliability. And in the same way,
Right.
there is the differentiability, then there are the criterion validity, and there are certain type of also validity, differentiability, adaptability, And in the same way, we have the 5 qualities of a test. If a test meet the requirement of all these 5 qualities, then a test is said to be a standardized test.
Okay, thank you.
Actually,
Ashfaq sir,
whatever the
it's a long topic. Definitely,
okay,
you have
okay,
a lot of things.
okay.
So we are just talking about that. So a lot of controversies are also there that these tests must not be fit for each and every exam. So this ad is basically for the those students who are just seeking the admission in good institution of the world, and if they are scoring excellently high score, they will get the scholarships also. So that's why there are the two point of interest. So let's see, we are just going to move on the next slide. So we'll talk about that. So this is test strategies. Student, we often ask a lot of questions. So here, Muhammad Raja, you can also ask the questions. So you are
Right.
very, we are very much open to that. So you are very
All
much
right.
part of that. So in this way, I am just getting the rich experience, the what we are getting the knowledge from Mr. Ashfaq. So he's very kind. He's sitting in his office, but anyhow, he's just sparing a time to talk with us. Okay, anyhow. So the first myth is okay. So I will request to Ishfaq that please can you talk about this that SAT is a reflection of intelligence.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. You asked me to talk about this. Actually, as it is written, that SAT is a reflection of my intelligence. But, gentlemen, as we are discussing about the myth, and gentlemen, this is a myth that SAT is a reflection of my intelligence. It's not
Okay.
necessary that this SAT would reflect my intelligence capacities. And intelligence is something that cannot be confined to the only test. It can be measured in any other ways. So if
Yes.
any of the person is scoring very high marks in the SAT exam, it is not necessary that he is more intelligent than the person that are not getting high score in the test. So
Right.
this is just a myth that it is a reflection of my intelligence. Intelligence can be reflected anyway. And there is a certain saying about this, that God has created the human beings. He to someone he has created just like the wood, to someone he has created as a iron, and to someone is the as a just like the gold. So it is not necessary that we are always in need of gold or the iron in this world.
Right.
Sometimes we are also in need of both. And everything, every metal, every material, every matter has its own importance. Actually, we are always behind the gold, and we say that the gold is the only metal in the world that has the value. It is not necessary, gentlemen.
True.
You just imagine, if we didn't have the wood, the timber in this world, what would have been happened to this world? We would
Right.
have never been able to enjoy the rights in the seas and the oceans. So everything has its own importance.
Okay.
So this is
Right.
just a myth that SAT is a reflection of my intelligence.
Yes. So, Mr. Raja, it's not measuring your intelligence. Okay.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
in Air Forces, we are also use the intelligence test to induct our trainees. So that is the other part of that. But here we will have to use our quick wait in a quick way for the actual responses. And basically, there are the two portions, mathematics and English, and later on you can take the exam of the different subjects. Okay. Now let's see.
Okay.
Muhammad, it's once again I am saying, if you want to ask anything, so uh,
Right.
you just interrupt at any time. You are with me, others,
All right.
and it's
Yeah, that
informal.
sounds good.
You can ask anything. But anyhow, we are just moving to the next one. That is the my stellar grades will confidently yield a higher SAT score. It's a once again a second myth. It's a although theoretically speaking, by the time of the SAT or ACT test, they have adequately the content and concept being tested. So the concept must be clear. And Mr. Raja, you have seen that during the last 30 or 40 days, we were talking about the concept. Because
Right.
if the concept is clear, so you can solve more than 100 problem. So as I said earlier, that I am the strong believer of this philosophy that we must teach how to catch a fish. A hungry man know how to catch a fish instead of giving a fish. So it's a 1,000 time better. So here we are just teaching, we are learning how to catch the fish. So that's why the concept base is definitely that will indicate everywhere, that will yield the result. So from here, just one question I would like to ask Mr. Ashfaq. Ashfaq sir, how can you say that if somebody or someone is getting the higher grades in any exam, so we are taken as granted that he will perform very well in every exam. Let's suppose if somebody is getting 80, 90%, his grades are very high, but in the process of human resource induction in Pakistan Air Force, we have seen a lot of intelligent, lot of what we can say they have the higher score and they were at the bottom in the merit when we have tested them utilizing all those Air Force tests, but their excellent grades were not working over there. So what is the reason behind that?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, Mr. Sir, there is a difference between, as we have already discussed, that intelligence have different kind of shades. So it is not necessary that a person that is performing very good in mathematics, he would also perform good at other subjects. So in the same way, a person scoring very high in the intelligence test may get fail in any of the other subjects, and it has happens because, as I talked earlier, that if we talk about the standardized test, gentlemen, then the score in that standardized test should be the same either in Pakistan or in any of the other country. But actually, whenever there are the person who are preparing the test, they are not taking care of the qualities I have already mentioned. That is the validity and the reliability. So we see that in different countries we have different kind of curricula, different kind of syllabi, and the other thing. So a person taking very high scores in one country can differ his score in another country. So it is not necessary that the grades will definitely yield a high SAT score. So if he gets very good SAT score in one of the tests, then he may get fail in an other test.
Okay, so Mr. Ali, it's clear from this point that high grades are not the guarantee. What I mean to say to the success, because you will have to learn the concept, you will have to do a lot of things. So if you are just keeping the books all the time, if you are the bookworm and each and everything, you are just what we can say crabbing or whatsoever the means you are using, but it's a not guarantee that you will perform very well in everywhere. So scores are great. These are just the tokens that you must have this much score, but these are not what we can say that we should not taken granted that they will provide success in each and every way. So don't run after the grades, just get the understanding. If you have the deep conceptual knowledge, that will benefit you in everywhere. So that's why we are emphasizing on this point that if you are talking about something that may be of any subject, so you must have the depth knowledge of that, the conceptual knowledge of that. So if you have the knowledge, so you will perform very well in every exam. So SAT is not that is the only exam that of the life you will have to get the admission. Definitely in America, you will get the admission and anywhere. So you can get the examination admission and you can study, continue your study anywhere. But anyhow, it's just like a token. So on the other hand, we will have to get this token to be over there. So I'm sure that it's clear if you want to say or if you want to ask. So you're most welcome. Okay, we should move to the next one. We should move to the next. Okay, let's see. It's a still continuation, but we have to talk about a lot of things. So we will just going to the third one. Third one is this one. Only test preparation courses will considerably improve scores. So test coaching doesn't work. What I mean to say that if you are just actually these courses are based, so whatever I have seen that they are just looking for the answer options. They are reading a lot of material. They are just talking about the option without the understanding. They can work out 100 questions in one session. Are you getting me?
Right.
This point.
Yeah.
So it's not saying that if you are doing the course coaching in this way, that every time you are getting the answer of the problem and you are not understanding the problem. So the courses based on this approach or this technique doesn't work. So that's why that only test preparation courses will considerably improve scores. It's a myth. It's not reality that if you are taking a lot of courses and if you are just getting the answers because they are just wishing the answer, they are just getting the question and immediately they will talk about that this is the right option without understanding the depth knowledge. As you have seen that we are talking about only one question, but we are just in detail that what is happening over there.
Right.
If the
Yeah.
situation is slightly changed, so there is no harm. You can even attempt that with the change situation. But in normal coaching courses, what they are doing, they are just maximizing the material that as many questions as anybody can learn or anybody can present, anybody can make the choice. So this is a controversial in the sense that all those academies, all those professionals, online courses are there. A lot of things over there on the net and everywhere. So everybody is claiming that we are just giving the 100% guarantee. Your success is
Right.
granted by doing this course, this course, this course. So, but I am in this belief that we must go blindly before these courses.
Yeah.
We must just get the knowledge based refresh of our knowledge. We will have to do something. So this, Mr. Shah, if you would like to say anything about these test preparation courses. So,
Sir, I would like to say in this regard that as we have been talking in the past, that the only preparation in the academies is not a guarantee to a great success. A
Right.
person should have a versatile type of personality. He must have a common sense, as it is said that common sense is a sense that is not very much common. So, unless a student has a common sense, he cannot succeed in the exams, in any of the exams. So, it is not
Right.
necessary that if you have gone through the test preparations in some of the academies, so definitely you would get the good scores. You
yeah.
have to use your senses in any way, in all the spheres of life, in all the tests you are going to appear. This is the only thing that can guarantee the success, that you use your senses, especially the common sense. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now let's see. We are just moving fast. Amid the sad state complex math concept. Okay. Let me talk first. So this is my field. So I will just say only one thing that this is a myth that the state SAT test complex math concept. No, in fact, SAT math doesn't test your knowledge of calculus. Calculus is a big branch of mathematics. They are not talking about algorithm in this syllabus. They are not talking about this geometric proofs of any. And that's what because we have things we are including something mathematics and what you can say statistics, which is a decision. So only 4 5 topics are covered in mathematics portion of this SAT test. So that's why it's not necessary that if you know each and every concept of the mathematics, the deep knowledge of that, then you can succeed. It's a myth only. So don't
Right.
go away from these topics. These are very simple. If you have the concept of these topics, algebra, arithmetic, statistics, geometry. So these are the few ones. So no need to learn the calculus, integration, differentiation, the logarithms and matrices, vectors, and there are so many other things. So I think this myth should not be there that we will have to master the mathematics, then we will have to take the exam. Okay. The fifth one is, if I ace my SAT SCT test, I can get into any college I want. So this point is for you, Mohammed. You will have to focus. You will have to keep this thing.
Yeah.
If you're dreaming something on the base of SAT or ACT, and definitely after some time, maybe after 1 year, so you will have to, because it's a myth. Okay, if I ace my SAT test, I can get into any college I want. So what would you like to say about this? Muhammad Raja, we want to listen you also. Okay.
Right. Do you want me to read these out?
No, no, you
Or
don't want to, you just express your feelings that what is
oh, sure.
you're
Yeah.
dreaming for, why you have
Well,
joined us.
yeah. So pretty much how I started, like when I tried like the ACT for like the first couple months, like I was like really like struggling and lagging behind on time and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I just wanted to get like, like the tips, like how this works and what's like the important parts, like just basically how to attempt it. Cause
Yes.
yeah, I was just looking to improve myself when I was doing this, and yeah.
Okay, so so it's a good because you will have to take a start. So definitely later or earlier or later on you will have to take this exam. So it's a good time to just go for the familiarization. One time, if you are taking a test, so if you are not performing well, so it's a no harm, because it's a around the year, it's a 10 months that each and every
Right.
month, only the 2 months are missing months, and the test is all around there, around the globe and everywhere in America. So
Yeah.
if it's a good way, what I mean to say, that if you are just taking this exam, if you are with us for the time being, so you are learning, and this learning is not only for the test, this learning is for the life. This test learning is for your school subjects, and if you are lagging behind in any in any topic, so it's due to that you have not done your what I can say, the A level, the 12th year of your education. You are in
Yeah.
the 11th year, you will have to go through all those topics on the next year also. So at one stage you will feel that now it is the completion from my side, and now it is the time to test my understanding, my concept. So this is the best, what we can say, the platform. This is the best activity that put yourself to some test.
Mususa, I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Okay. Okay.
I am interrupting you.
Okay. Okay.
Would you allow me to leave for a while? Actually, this is the college time. The
Okay.
bell
Okay.
has
Okay. Okay.
gone. I have
Oh,
to take the round of the college.
okay. 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 You are very nice. Once again, we are very thankful to you. So it's
Yeah. Thank you.
I may join after
okay.
10 to
Okay.
15 minutes. Okay,
Most welcome.
you keep.
Welcome. Most
Okay,
welcome.
okay,
Welcome. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
just
you very much.
coming.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Okay. So, Muhammad, we will continue this. This was the myth. So, it's just encouraging that if you are planning this, so if you are taking this exam, so if you were feeling that you are lagging something, and now you are getting something from me, especially I am with you all the time. So, it's
Yeah.
very encouraging for me also. It's very pleasing to know that now you are coming to the right track. It's a good thing, because uh, uh, study all alone study, or in the college, in the school, or whatsoever, that is different. And one-on-one study is that where you can ask each and everything, you can learn, you can
Yeah.
talk about. We are, as I said, that I am friendly to my student. So whatsoever the things are going well, so we are all the time openly discussing those things. So definitely these topics are also included in your study. Am I right?
Right. Yeah.
Some of the topics, they may not be all the topics, but definitely
Yeah.
some of the topics are also included in your syllabus, in your routine study. And once again, it's my open invitation that if you are feeling some difficulty in your course study, in your school subjects, so you can talk to me. You can talk to me.
Okay.
I will try my
Yeah.
best just to get the right answer. Okay. So it's
Okay.
all about that. So this is only the myth. So just relax and just
Yeah.
what I mean to say that attempt one time, second time, third time, so many times, but it will just you can get the confidence that you can take the exam. What type of the questions are coming over there. So that's why it's a not no harm that if you are taking this exam and if you have a mind 1 year earlier, it's a little earlier, but it's a no harm. You will learn a lot of things, and you will be in a state of mind that if you are spending 40 or 50 minutes with us, so it's a learning time, a one-on-one.
Right.
You can ask. You are getting the slides also. We will send the test. We are at the end. We are setting what we can say, sending you a question for your brainstorming. So you must try though if something is there, so you can explore the things. You can ask us. So in this way,
Yeah.
I feel it's a good idea that if you are thinking on this line, but it is not reality that I will ace my SAT test and I will get the dream college or dream place. Dream place.
Right.
Dreams can be changed any time. Okay. Now let's see. The sixth one is you should take the SAT in the spring of your junior year, or you should wait till the what I say year to crack this. So this is the point we are talking about. That some people are
Yeah.
saying that you must start earlier, and some are saying that first you complete your education, the prerequisite grades, and then you will have to what I mean to say take this exam. There is no
Yeah.
universally accepted time as such, theoretically speaking. So it's a no time bound that at this stage, after this class, after this grade, you must take this test, then you will perform well. It's not granted. Most of the topics asked in SAT exam have been covered by the ninth grade. Again, student need to learn the SAT unique test taking strategies and acclimatize themselves with the SAT universe, which is why students need good SAT preparation. So this is all about that.
Right.
We were talking about that you will be familiarized with that atmosphere. You will be familiarized with their marking, with their filling the blanks, the holes, the time management. You will learn how to tackle the questions from the top to the bottom. Where are the easier questions, where are the hard one, and how much time you are taking for that. So after the first
Right.
attempt you will be very much familiarized all these things. So these are very necessary for that. If you somebody is taking at the junior level, so there is no harm. We should not make a myth that it's a harmful and after we should take after this. So it's all okay. Anybody have
Yeah.
the freedom to take the exam at any time. So we must get the freedom. So
Okay.
Muhammad, as it's alarming for me that we have the time limited. So we have only few minutes. It's meeting is going on to be off. It's
Right.
time limited. So at the end, we'll continue this and we will try to get some more session with Mr. Ashfaq. And from tomorrow, we will come to the back to our own track of mathematics and English.
Okay.
So at this juncture, if you want to say or if you want to share anything, so you're most welcome.
No, it was pretty good. Yeah, thanks. This was pretty helpful. You know.
Helpful. So this is for the relaxation. This is for the ease, the
Right.
tension ease. That don't worry about these things because it's a part of life. This is not the whole life.
Right.
We are sincerely attempting. You are also taking in test. You are doing something. So it's what we can say. It's a learning process. It's a very long process to learn the things.
Yeah.
So if you are learning with us slowly or fastly, it's up to you. But it's a beneficial. So you will have to
Yeah.
take exam later or sooner, whenever you will have to take. So why not just from the uh, that you must have some preparation, you must get the feedback to us, you must come up with the problems, we will also come up with the questions, and we will continue that. So first I should say that I'm sorry that I am slightly away from the routine track that we were
Yeah, that's
talking about
fine.
the mathematics, but it's just for the change.
Yeah,
So
it's fine.
it's a fine. So sometimes we will have to divert ourselves to the routine topic, and this was just like what we are talking about. And you can also share your myths, and a lot of things are going over there. So if you are confused about anything, so you can just text me or give the message. I will try to explain all those things. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a time to leave now. Thank you very much. Allah
Yeah.
Hafiz. Take
Thank
care
you.
of
Allah
you and
Hafiz.
yourself and the people around you. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.